Hey guys, hey everybody, hope everyone's well today. Welcome to another segment of Tea Time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope surely that this will help somebody and encourage somebody. Okay, so one of the reasons why I'm doing a video like this, it's not because, oh, my life is great now and everything's perfect, and no, it's not because of that. The only reason why I'm doing this video is because when I was in that situation, when everything seemed so dark, it was like videos like this that encouraged me, videos like this that made me think the God that did it for them will surely do it for me. So I feel like I owe it to somebody else who might be going through, might be going through the same thing, or isn't going through the same thing but can relate to how I felt in this situation. You're not really prepared. Shortly after you graduate, you kind of realise after you leave university, for those who are leaving or for those who have already left, no one prepared you for like how life is going to be afterwards. Now, it's not like life is bad or anything, or that is a way to scare anybody. No. It's just that things are just really different, and no matter how many times people will tell you that, oh, make sure you enjoy your last months, make sure you enjoy every coursework, every extra time you spend in the library, life will hit you. It's just like you're thinking, oh yeah, let me just get through uni first, let me just hurry up and leave here because I'm tired of it. And then when you leave, you're just like, oh, so this is what they meant. I graduated. It was just like, okay, yeah, you graduated. Yay, I graduated. And then shortly after, I was just thinking, I'm not really feeling this job. Like, I don't really like it. This was after 2 months of being there. And they wanted me to work on Sundays. A couple of other complications came up, and I was just like, yeah. I prayed about it, spoke to my mum, spoke to my dad. And I wasn't feeling peaceful, so I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take this step and then see what happens. So I handed in my resignation. Right after that, I was just signed up on agencies, putting my CV everywhere online with one agency, and they put me up for a role. So I was thinking, okay, yeah, that's good, okay. Maybe this was a good idea after all. I wouldn't say I was prepared for what was coming after. And then the role was supposed to be for 4 weeks, so a month, on the last day of my first week, which was on a Friday. The agency called me and was like, oh, the company called them and told them that they're not going to need me anymore because apparently they don't have as much work as they thought originally that they would have, so they're not going to need me anymore, so I shouldn't bother coming in. I was just like, It was so random. Like, I was literally leaving the workplace, stepping out of the lift, thinking of how I'm going to pay for my next week's travel card, and I received this call from the agency. So I was like, you know what, I didn't even have time to feel sad. I had a video to record later on. I was recording a video with Gloria. It's just so amazing because I come in here and I say, like, as much as these videos, I put them up to encourage other people, I also find them encouraging myself. Yeah, I bring on here, I'm literally sitting down listening. As much as you guys are listening as well, I'm here also learning and being encouraged by what they have to say. And I was not gonna let anything, any mood, any situation get in my way. So I was just like, listen, shove your feelings away. You cry later on. Now you have to record this video and just do it. That was in October, mid-October I think, mid or early October. After that, it's literally been changing my CVs, checking, putting my CV here. I'll be up in the middle of the night applying for jobs. And I know that 5 months to some people might not seem long enough, or it's just gonna be like, oh, 5 months, is that it? But trust me, when you're in a situation where you're waiting and everything just seems so dark, it can be just for 2 hours, but trust me, it seems like the longest period of your life. It just feels like you're just being stretched, and it's like everything just seems so hard. It even got to a stage where, yeah, I'll put up my CV on like 20, I wouldn't even be able to count. By the time I wake up in the morning, I'll just open my email and I'll just see a list. Unfortunately this, sorry this, unfortunately that, I don't have enough experience this. And I was just thinking, how am I gonna get the experience if you don't give it to me? That's what was going on through my mind back then, because I knew I was gonna come out. It was just when I didn't know. Sometimes, okay, especially as Christians, we know that God will help me, God will do this, God will do that. It's just you just don't know when, and the curiosity, I don't even know how to say that word, the curiosity of when it is that God will help you is what keeps us so worried, is what keeps us so agitated sometimes, that we feel like, oh my gosh, when is this thing gonna happen? It looks like it's never gonna happen. I'll be going in for this interview, going in for that interview, all of them will be saying no, you didn't make the cut. I remember one interview that I went to, I came back home and I just went straight up to my room and I was just crying, really. And then it just gets to a point you're just like, yeah, I'm fed up, I can't do it anymore. Personally, it just felt like I was being knocked down. It's not like, oh, all I just had to do was kneel down and pray and worship and then everything will be fine. No, there was times when I'll kneel down, pray, kneel down, sing. I'll still be left with fears, I'll still be left with questions. I was freaking out a bit. I was like, okay, nothing is going the way I want it to go, nothing's going the way I had planned it to go. God, what is happening? And God was just thinking, yeah, that's it, baby. That is it. Like, that is where I need you to be. So you realize that it is not by your power, it is not by your might, but I will do it. I got to a point where I just sat down and just thought, listen, God will give me the job when he feels like it's the best time to give it to me. But he doesn't need me to sit there and question him. He doesn't need me to sit there and bug him. No matter how bad that situation may seem, he will always leave a speck of hope there, something to show you that he's still there and he hasn't left. His ways are not our ways, his timing. Gosh, this situation just showed me how different his timing is. His timing is not our timing. But then when he does show up, I saw this post on Twitter at the end of January and it was like, my 2016 is starting again in February. Yes, that was exactly me. My 2016 actually begun in February. I got this call one day after putting up my CV so long in one of those agencies that just call you up randomly, that it's a sales role. When she said sales, I was thinking, oh, I was just ready to cut off the phone. I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in sales. So I was listening now, we're talking, she asked me what I've studied, she asked me so many questions and I answered, and then she just said, okay, I'm gonna put you through for a phone interview now. So I did the phone interview. I didn't think I was making sense, but I had my CV right in front of me, so it was showing me like what I need to talk. So she was like, okay, your phone interview was great, now I'm gonna put you through for the assessment centre. I was thinking, okay, God, I've never been to an assessment centre before. Not talking about a sales assessment centre. Like, what is it going to be? Is it going to be role plays? What are they going to get me to do? What are they going to get me to say? I was just like, okay, let me just go. At least I can say to someone that I've been to an assessment centre before, and at least I can say I've tried, regardless of if I get it or not. So the morning came, I was still thinking, God, am I really gonna go? I was this close. I don't know what pushed me, I don't know what said to just go. I just got on my clothes, I dressed up like, yeah, I'm really gonna get this job. But there was still a tiny bit of doubt in me, and I was just thinking, if I get it, I get it. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. They first got us to do a 30-second pitch of ourselves. I was thinking, what am I going to say about myself in 30 seconds? There's two parts to the day. So the first part was the activities, group activities and pitching and everything. And then the second part was the face-to-face interview. So if you got through the first part, you get to go into the second part. Cool. So the first part, I was so nervous. Any normal person would have said to you, so you failed the activities. Even me, I was putting on my jacket. As I sat back down, I was like, yeah, God, I don't even know why I came here anyway. So to come and embarrass myself, let me just go home. Maybe this wasn't the job for me. And they said they're going to leave and come back, and whoever's name they call, the person should stay, because those people will have gotten through to the second part. My name was the third name that they called that day. I was like, whoa, is it? I was literally sitting there thinking, okay, God, okay, thank you. Let's see what's gonna happen for the rest of the day. And then the lady said she's gonna take the first girl, the other girl in my group, upstairs to go speak to her for the face-to-face interview, and they're gonna come back for me. So I was left in that room by myself. I was thinking, what's here, da? What's here, that is even good you left me here by myself so I can, gist with God, because on this level I don't even know what's going on. I'm just thanking God, God, you're so good, you're so lovely, this, that. but you need to come and take control because I don't know what I'm going to say in this interview. Like all my notes, everything, guys, from the early part of the morning, how nervous I was. I lost everything, my answers that I planned out, everything was lost. Now me and the lady were just talking and the conversation was flowing. I was returning back those answers to her. So after the interview I was thinking, okay, yeah, God, thank you so much. I feel like this interview went well. Let your will be done. That is exactly what I said when I left the interview. First day after the interview, they didn't call me. They didn't email me ever. Second day, at around like 5 something, I received a call. They said, they asked me a few questions, how I found the day. And then they were like, oh, we're so pleased to offer you this role. From when she said that, yeah, I didn't even care about anything else. It was talking about the salary. I didn't bother. I was just so happy. I started it. And it wasn't even sales, it was along the lines of sales. But then, like, I was thinking, this is not sales. So imagine if I rejected it and said, oh, because it's sales, or because it's not, it didn't come in the package that I expected it to come. And that is wrong. That is what is sometimes wrong with some of us. When things aren't coming in the package where we expected or how it's supposed to be. And our mind sometimes, it's just so messed up the way things work. Our mind has been programmed to see things a certain way. So when things come and they don't look like what our mind has been programmed to see, it's just like, no, I don't want this. Or no, that is not what I want, that is not. But how do you know? How are you so sure of what you want? Can you even trust yourself with yourself? How are you so sure? 2 weeks into it. And then I received a call from one of my big sisters. During my first weeks of searching was the time I spoke to her. I was like, oh, I need a job this. And she said I should have spoken to her earlier. There was a role, but now it's gone. But I should keep on reminding her, I should keep on speaking to her. Hopefully she'll get me something. This was months ago. I hadn't even spoken to her to even wish her Happy New Year. I was like, oh sis, I'm so sorry. I relayed my whole story to her. And then she was just like, okay, so what are you doing now? And I told her, I found a job, sis. So she was like, oh, in what? And I told her everything, told her the application process, everything, and she was like, oh, well, I have a role for you. My manager is speaking to me that did this person in the recruitment department, and straight away I thought of you because you studied HR. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh. So I thought, okay sis, just put my name forward and speak to your manager and then get back to me. So she did exactly that. Next day her manager got back to me. Everything, guys, please get this. Everything was happening so fast. She spoke to her manager called me, we spoke on the phone, discussed about the job, discussed about why he needs me to come on board. He spoke about Tea Time, my YouTube channel, spoke about creativity. He needs creativity to be brought into the role. I was just thinking, really? God, like seriously? So I took a day off at my workplace that I just started. I saw how everything was done and I just thought, yeah, I made up my decision. I prayed about it, spoke to my mum and I was like, yeah, okay, maybe it's time for me to do another leave. Me that I was searching for a job for close to 6 months. I resigned a new job that I'd started, yeah, just 2 weeks in. 2 weeks in, I resigned it to get a better one. No one's gonna tell me that my God is not real. No one's gonna tell me that my God does not live. So I was picturing my life of 5 years. I was thinking, okay, so I'm gonna be here for quite a while. I am not leaving here. Not even if they rock my chair, I will sit on it and I will hold my chair firm and imagine how a new and a better one even came. There are gonna be times when you've prayed every prayer, you sang every song, you've worshipped, but you still feel like, when is this thing gonna happen? Assure you is, he wouldn't do it 1 second too early. He wouldn't do it 1 minute too late. He would do it slap bang right on time. And please, please, please believe it might not come exactly the way you want it to, but believe that it's going to happen. And when it happens, trust me, like I'm looking at my life for the past 2 weeks now, I was like, no, God, you're amazing. I was able to quit one to jump straight into another one that pays better and that is in line with my career. I didn't go down the route of putting applications through from uni. Maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have. But maybe if I did, I wouldn't be able to go through what I went through now. Graduate jobs aren't for everybody. So just because you don't get a graduate job doesn't mean that, oh, you're a failure, or doesn't mean that you're not going to be in line of your career. So don't get scared, don't feel hopeless. There's still like thousands of things, millions of things that I'm praying for, but then now I just have a better understanding. having been through a situation has made me think and see things better. So I encourage you, if you're in a situation where you feel like you're waiting, if you're in a situation where you feel like you're worried and everything, you have no control of what is going on, listen, he's there and he's got you. I wish I had fancy words. I wish I had the answer to every single question you have. Unfortunately, I don't. But then what I do have is my testimony. What I do have is my assurance now that I have, based on this thing that I've gone through, which you're gonna have when you come through. I was so nervous to record this, but I felt like I need to share how glorious and how marvelous my God is. And if this is the only platform that I can use to do it, then so be it. If you know somebody who's waiting, or you know somebody who might be able to relate, or you yourself might be able to relate, share it with them. Watch it as many times as you need to watch it to make you encouraged. And he's never left you. Keep going strong. Every single one of us, those who are watching and those who aren't even watching, this year will be a very, very fantastic year of testimonies for us and our family members. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, retweet, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything. Do it all. I hope to see you in my next videos. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.